There is simply no better way to start my day than one of these. Oat, iced, vanilla, matcha. Not usually an iced girl, but it's 30 degrees, so. It's Bank Holiday Monday and we have been blessed with stunning weather all weekend. I feel like I'm on holiday personally. And I've also booked tomorrow off work, so I'm having a lovely 4-day weekend in the sun. I thought we could spend the next couple of days together because the aim is to relax in the sun, to move through life slowly. I'm gonna have to have a few productive moments, but I don't want the productivity to overwhelm me. I wanna relax, I wanna slow down. That is just always my priority, to sort of live slowly, be balanced. So let's spend the next couple of days together, living in London in the summer. Honestly, summer in London is a vibe. I'll stand by it. Summer in London is great, other than the underground. Plan for today is to head to Richmond Park, which is on the complete other side of London to where we live. We never really, I feel like we never venture to like west or south. We're trying to venture out to new places. We're gonna go to Richmond, and Richmond is just so lovely. So I'm really looking forward to going there today. See what's about, have a walk around, have a little picnic in the park, and enjoy the sun. And I am someone who, listen, I tan very easily. I can be in the sun for 30 minutes and catch a tan. Just saying, it's a flex, and I'm very proud of that. So I'm hoping I come back sun-kissed. For now, I think I'm gonna sit on the balcony, finish my matcha, eat my breakfast, just chill out, read my book, watch a YouTube video. I don't know, we're not gonna leave for like another hour, so I can have my slow morning, which is what I need every morning. So let's go. I have got such a good little setup right now. I've got my breakfast in front of me, I've still got my iced matcha, and I've just made some electrolytes because it's obviously, I think it's going to be 33 degrees today or something crazy. I'm trying to be really good with electrolytes this summer because the feeling of like dehydration just creeps up on you, and then all of a sudden you've got a migraine, you feel faint, you feel nauseous, and it ruins your day. So even though like I'm not exercising or anything, it's going to be ridiculous. It's already ridiculously hot. So yeah, I'm trying to have electrolytes at least once a day. These are actually the Good Salt electrolytes. I was sent these to give them a try, and they're actually really good. They're not too salty. A lot of the electrolytes I have are very salty, which I don't hate. I quite like that when I'm working out maybe, but I think when it's like more of a chilled drink, it's quite nice to have something that isn't super salty, you know, and this kind of just tastes like juice. I've got a few sachets of these to try. There's a few different flavors. This is the strawberry lemonade flavor, and it's very much giving like fun summery drink that isn't like an alcoholic drink, you know what I mean? It's actually good for you, it's hydrating you. Reminder, in the summer, take your electrolytes. When you're excessively sweating, take your electrolytes. It will make such a difference. I also need to finish my iced matcha, which, I mean, the ice is non-existent at this point because it's just sat in the sun. I'm gonna watch my YouTube video. I'm currently listening / watching the It's Not Just You podcast. Oh, there's a little bird. Aw, that's so cute. I actually hate birds, but that one's quite cute. Yeah, I'm currently watching / listening to the It's Not Just You podcast quite a lot with Sophie and Rach. I've just started a new episode of theirs, so I'm gonna sit back and watch that. I've got this little shady corner on the balcony now. I kind of rejigged the balcony the other day so that I've got a bit of shade. And I also removed all the dead plants off the balcony, so it's looking a little bit, it's looking plainer out here, but it's looking tidier and less dead in terms of plants, so that's good. We have made it to Richmond Park. It's so quiet and peaceful. We've bought a few bits from Sainsbury's to eat for lunch. These sushi tacos, we've got sweet and spicy Korean and teriyaki chicken. So what's the meat in this one? Chicken as well. So we've got these, we've got some grapes, some Pepsi Maxes, and we've got some Texas barbecue, Pringles. I don't know if I've ever been here before, or if I have, it's when I was like so young, so I can't remember. It's like, I knew it was massive. I didn't quite realise how massive it was here. I think next time we'll definitely have to drive, because it actually just took us so long to get here. Door to door, surely like 2 hours.
Yeah, I think so.
But no, it's really nice and peaceful, so we're just going to chill here for a while. We found a nice shady spot, because I don't think we can last in the sun, to be honest. Okay, I don't think Joe can last in the sun. I'll catch a gorgeous tan if I stay in the sun. Joe will burn. Hear that? My arse just snapped a twig. There's also some girls, I don't know if you can see them. Oh yeah, they're right behind me. There's some people doing yoga right behind me. I low-key want to be like, can I join? Let's try this sushi thing. Is it nice? One thing that I'm not a fan of though, you have to pay for the toilets here. What on earth is that all about? You're very just visible. Joe is laying down, having a little sunbathe. He was like, can you see me in the viewfinder? Definitely can see him, but let's just acknowledge Joe's down here. We are having, sorry. Is this comfy? Can I lay like this? No, I'm sorry. It's like 2 p.m. It is getting really hot. It was already hot and now it's getting even more hot. So I think what we're going to do, how many more Pringles do we have? We'll take the Pringles with us. I think we're going to go on a walk like around the town and maybe make our way to the pub. I can't remember what the pub's called. What was it called? The Prince something. The Ted Lasso pub basically is where we're going to make our way to. Maybe grab a drink, but I'm sure it's going to be super busy. And then I think we might make our way home afterwards. I feel like and I've said this before, I feel like I'm realising how much of not an outdoorsy person I am. Not that I don't want to be an outdoorsy person. I like being outdoors, but the first spot we picked in this park, we were like, let's take our shoes off, and we were just faced with like a million splinters in our foot, and we were both instantly, simultaneously like, what the fuck? So then we had to find a new spot, and this spot still has many splinters in the ground, so I don't know if we're like prepared for Richmond Park. And also it's just massive, it's so big, so we'll need to come back on a cooler day where we can actually like explore more of the park, because it's just a bit big and much for a, what is it, like 33-degree day or something. But anyway, yeah, we'll just chill here for a little bit more. It's actually so nice. I'm feeling incredibly relaxed. I'm feeling incredibly sweaty. I'm feeling like not a care in the world right now. We're gonna leave in a bit and go on a walk, and then we'll head home because we are so far away from home. Joseph, if you could give the people a word of advice, what would you say?
Don't take advice from a random person on TikTok.
That's actually pretty good advice.
And that's a bit, because people there.
Just got ourselves an ice cream cone each. I've literally not had one of these since I was like maybe like 12. Obviously I've gone quite a long time without eating dairy, so I don't know how my belly is going to fare with this ice cream, but it's a summer's day, I had to get one. Although, why the hell is it £4? Do we remember when it was 99p? £4 for this. It's actually daylight robbery. What a day we have had. We've been home for a couple of hours now, had some dinner. Obviously, like, it's bank holiday Monday, so Joe's working tomorrow, so he's gonna have like a normal early night. I am as well, because I think I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow morning, but I'm not working tomorrow because I booked tomorrow off, so I've got a very short working week this week, which is lovely. I have just booked some theatre tickets for next week, which I'm so excited about. I've booked to see The Harder They Come at Stratford East Theatre. I think that's what it's called. I'm so excited. As you may or may not know, I just love the theatre so much. It's literally just my favourite place to be. I feel like people get sick of hearing me going on and on about how much I love the theatre, but I just love it so much. And I was like lucky enough that I spent a lot of time as a child going to the theatre, and like my mum took me to a lot of theatre shows, and my dad as well. Both my parents love the theatre, so I have also just grown up loving it. Try to go as much as possible. Obviously it is quite expensive, but yeah, this show I saw on my TikTok, came up, I thought I want to go see that. Obviously I had a bad theatre experience a couple of weeks ago, the first time ever that I have left a theatre show. I don't want to completely discredit it because a lot of the show was like really funny, but I saw Book of Mormon a few weeks ago and it literally ruined my week. And I'm not going to say I can't believe it's still on the West End, because like I can, because society and the demographic of the audience were not really a demographic that would be offended by the show, so I can completely understand why it's still there. And also I'm going to acknowledge and appreciate that the show is supposed to be satire and blah blah blah. Like I know it's satire, but either way, I thought it was just like a wild, crazy show. The Harder They Come is a black story, and I feel like I really need, after that awful experience with Book of Mormon, after that awful experience at Book of Mormon, to watch some black stories be told in a nice, authentic way, and not in a offensive, stereotypical, cheap and tacky way. Obviously I've not seen the show yet, but from reading the synopsis it sounds really good. I've seen some clips of the music and the performances and it looks really good, and I feel like it will heal my experience from my traumatic theatre experience a few weeks ago. So me and Joe are going to go to that next week. We managed to get some £20 tickets. I will always try to get a cheap ticket, however I will also pay anything for a ticket because I just love the theatre. So if I want to see a show, it will be coming out of my savings. But on that note, I am questioning whether I want to start a theatre TikTok, like a theatre specific TikTok. I'm toying with the idea. We shall see, and I will update if I have decided to go for it. But I'm gonna have a shower because I feel like I stink, you know, when you've been out all day in the sun and you're just like so sweaty. Yeah, I'm gonna have a shower, get ready for bed, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, it is Tuesday and I'm on annual leave today, which I'm so happy about. Like, even though I have just had a 3-day weekend, I needed another day. Obviously. All year we're working 5 days a week. I can give myself another day. In stark contrast to the rest of the weekend though, I am going to do absolutely nothing today. Well, I say nothing, I'm not going to go out today. It's too hot, first of all. I've had like 3 days in the heat. I actually booked a second theatre show last night. This one is called Meet the Kids. It's in a theatre in South East London. Actually, it might be a pub actually, like one of those little theatres in a pub. I think it's a teeny tiny show or teeny tiny venue. I actually don't know what it's about at all. I really want to start going to more like smaller shows. Like, it's actually not everyday West End show. Number one, because they're obviously so expensive. Number two, like, the West End gets enough love. It really does. I've never been to a West End show where the seats are empty. Do you know what I mean? There are always going to be people at Les Mis, at Matilda, at Hamilton. Love to Hamilton, but there's always going to be people at those shows. It's the smaller shows, the smaller theatres, the people trying to get into the industry, the people, you know, who have just written their first play, people trying to get into playwriting, all those sorts of things that really need people's support. And honestly, like, get forgotten about. Like, I 100% forget about them, slash just like don't see things being advertised as largely as you see everything else being advertised. I think as well, because going to the theatre is literally one of my, I would say it was my single favourite thing to do, and the annoying thing is it's like such an expensive hobby. Maybe like it doesn't need to be as expensive as I make it or as I think it needs to be. Like, obviously if you're only going to West End shows, it's absolutely going to be expensive, but the harder they come, the tickets for that were £20. Meet the Kids, I paid like £13. There's no like seats assigned to the tickets, you just like turn up, sit anywhere, so £13. You can get cheap theatre tickets, so I'm gonna like make it my mission to go to the theatre more, which obviously I'm so excited about, but also go to more shows that like aren't big and with cheaper tickets, support people like trying to get into the industry, support, you know, just smaller shows basically, and smaller venues as well, because these venues are sometimes really struggling to stay open, or really just need people to buy tickets, really need donations to stay open. And like I say, all these West End theatres are fine. They are fine without my contribution. So I'm really going to try and do that a little bit more. On my agenda today is kind of nothing and kind of everything. I'm just that annoying person who I do just feel guilty like completely relaxing. Like, if I got to the end of the day and I had nothing to show for my day, I'm just gonna feel a bit crap. I definitely need to like do some around the flat chores. Like, I need to change the bed sheets, probably clean the kitchen, clean the bathroom. The annoying thing is it is so hot, and that's not really the most fun thing to do when it's that hot, like cleaning and being like physical and moving around. But I will do those things. I'm just going to do them slowly, not all at once. But also, I'm having I'm having a little bit of like a creative block when it comes to my TikTok at the moment. I just don't really know what to post. I feel like everything's a little bit boring that I'm posting. I also am really struggling with like editing motivation. It's so weird because I love editing my YouTube videos when I have the time to edit them. I love it, but I don't love editing TikToks. I don't know why. I think it jars me that I edit them on my phone and it's just like a small screen and it's just like annoying. So yeah, I'm having a little bit of a creative block. I don't know. I'm just not like in love with what I'm doing at the moment on TikTok, but I don't really know like where I want to go with it. But then also I mentioned yesterday about maybe starting a theatre account and like doing theatre reviews, things like that. And I feel like on one hand I would love that because it's like my favourite thing, but number two, do I want to make my favourite thing into something that becomes maybe a bit of a chore? So I don't know. I think I definitely need to do some physical pen to paper writing today. I feel like I really get like my ideas out and my thoughts out and like unscramble my mind when I put pen to paper. But I'm just feeling a little bit demotivated right now. Like, I can't really be bothered to film anything. I just need to have a moment today to like write and, you know, get some ideas flowing and think of what I want to do. And I think that's another reason why it was good to have a day off work today, because obviously as soon as I get into work, like I'm in work mode and I can't think of my own personal stuff. I'm thinking about work. But for now, I've got my breakfast in front of me and my ice matcha in front of me, so I'm gonna watch some TV, eat that, and then maybe we can start getting our thoughts whirring a little bit after I've had some food. It probably looks like I've literally not even moved and that this clip is filmed at the exact same time as the last clip, but I promise that I don't even know how many hours has passed because I don't know what time I was talking to you last. But I feel like I'm just very much struggling in the flat today, struggling with this heat. I'm happy that I didn't go out, but also I don't want to be inside either. No, it's not that I don't want to be inside, it's that I don't want to be inside without aircon. This is actually hell. And you know, when like this is just such classic Brit behaviour, I don't want to complain because it's probably going to rain next week, and when it does I'm going to be gutted. And I've been wanting sun this whole year and I've been waiting for this moment. But do you know what, I have never been one to claim that I like a heat wave. Genuinely, I'm not a fan of when the weather in London gets over 25 degrees because I think it's just way too much. So I've always said that. I've always not enjoyed that, and I'm not enjoying it right now, but at the same time, I don't want to sit here and complain. Might as well make the most of it. I feel like the novelty's worn off now. I've just had the whole bank holiday weekend in the sun. The sun can stay, but we can drop the temperature a little bit. Do you know what I mean? A humble 18 degrees would be fine. But I've made some electrolytes. I honestly need some lunch, but we don't really have any food in, and I don't want to go to Tesco. I don't want to go outside in that heat and then carry stuff back. But anyway, I said I wanted to have a productive day. I feel like I've not been productive at all, and I'm really trying, but my brain isn't in it. Physically, I obviously just can't be bothered. I don't know. I feel like the fan is doing nothing but blow hot air, even though it's actually a really good fan. Like, it's a Dyson, but I feel like it's not doing much right now. I'm just someone who I really always want to get to the end of the day and feel like I've achieved something. Pretty much every day I need to achieve something today, and I'm not saying that is a healthy mindset. I can acknowledge that it's a toxic mindset, but I definitely can procrastinate quite a lot. Slash, you know, when you do things to make you feel like you're doing the thing, but it's actually a form of procrastination. Like, you might write a list and it feels like you've achieved something, but really you've not. You've just written a list. Do you know what I mean? I'm very much can be like that sometimes. So, but it is really just hard to do anything when it's this hot. It really is. I'm also incredibly tired. I could literally take a nap, but then I feel like napping is just wasting time. In terms of, like, I'm on my day off, like, I don't want to spend it sleeping. How are we all dealing with perfectionist mindsets that tell us we need to complete a million things or get things done or think of, like, really great creative ideas, this, that and the other, and if you don't, then you've wasted your day or your life? How are we dealing with that? Because I really struggle, and then I get past that for like 2 days and I'm like, fantastic, I've moved past it, I fixed my mindset, and then she comes right back like a week later, even like a few days later she comes back. So I don't know, but we'll see. I'm just really hot right now. Oh my god. Okay, we've made it to the end of another day, the end of another vlog, and the end of another bank holiday weekend. I'm back to work tomorrow. I feel like I've wasted my day, but it's just been too hot to do much of anything. I pretty much stayed in the flat all day, but was just like too uncomfortable to do anything of much value. I did do a bit of like creative planning, got some ideas on paper, did do like a bit of tidying in the flat, got a few chores done, but other than that, like, I did kind of wish I'd have more of a productive day, but also I did my best with the conditions that I had, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna start doing my hair and get ready for bed because we're back at work tomorrow. It's such a gorgeous evening though, so maybe I'll spend a little bit more time on the balcony once my hair's done, now that it's a bit cooler and a little bit more bearable. I've literally not even sat out here today because I was like, I can't do another day in the sun. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please find me on all my other socials, I'll put them on the screen, and I will see you in my next video.